and welcome to a brand new video all about the new camera system in the iPhone 14 Pro. I am talking about action mode, cinematic mode in 4K and an all new brand new 48 megapixel sensor in the main camera. It can be a huge step up in picture quality in my opinion. So let's begin right away. So let's start with action mode. Action mode shoots in 2.8K and up to 60 frames per second. It means that the video is a little bit cropped in compared to a full 4K video. The big question everyone is asking, is action mode a GoPro killer? Maybe not, but it's definitely a useful feature when the conditions are right. And we have to remember that this is the first version of the function. Next iteration will be improved. I quickly noticed that a lot of light is required for the technical video quality to be really good and crisp. Even if it's daylight, you notice that the image becomes a bit grainy and there is a soft effect over the entire image. When we get into the shadows of the forest, it actually gets really bad, unfortunately. This is not really unique to the iPhone, the same goes for GoPro and GDI. Those cameras also requires a lot of light to get really crisp videos. One way to avoid this could be to film in 30 frames per second instead of 60 frames per second, because 60 frames per second requires twice as much light for the video quality to be good. But remember that in that case it will be more difficult to get nice slow motion effect if you're a big fan of that. But when there is very bright light in the middle of the day on the ski slope or on the beach, it will be really nice quality, and it is under these conditions that action mode will really shine, I think. Another thing I don't like is that the white balance changes while filming. Apple needs to solve this and make sure there is a function in the camera that locks the white balance. Maybe it will come in iOS 17? What are your thoughts about action mode? Please share them down below in the comment section. Now it's time for cinematic mode. Apple has made some improvements since the last version. Now it's possible to shoot in 4K and 24 frames per second. The first version could only film in 1080p, and as you probably know, the first version was also locked to 30 frames per second, and it was really a very strange choice by Apple, because to name a function cinematic mode and not offer 24 frames per second at the same time, I don't understand. A better choice would have been cinematic mode in 24 frames per second. Anyways, now we are happy that cinematic mode shoots in 4K and you can choose between 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second. Everyone is happy and satisfied. Cinematic mode still has trouble deciding what is hair sticking up from the head or if it's part of the background. it would probably take a lot of computing power to sort out. And if you are also having a bad hair day and it looks like you stepped straight out of the bed, not even a multi-year AI-trained computer model based on Craig Federighi's glittering hairstyle can help sort out what's hair and what's background. But you can of course do things to make it easier for the camera to determine what is hair and what is background. You just need to be a little creative and bring out the MacGyver that lives deep inside all of us. If you're under 40, you probably need to Google MacGyver. Step 1. Comb yourself before standing in front of the camera. Pay attention to hair sticking up. Step number 2. Use a beanie or cap to get a smoother transition between the head and the background. And now you are good to go. To really test cinematic mode, I decided to go to IKEA and stroll around to find everything from fully furnished rooms with flowers and interior details, and not least a lot of stuffed animals. I realized pretty quickly that the stuffed monkey was really good to use and had that perfect hairdo. But first, a cup of coffee to land and feel the atmosphere. So take it away. Finally, I am so excited about the next feature, a brand new image sensor on the main camera. Maybe the biggest recent upgrade to this iPhone. We are talking about the new 48 megapixel sensor. Apple says,
with a new machine learning model designed specifically for the quad pixel sensor, iPhone now shoots Pro RAW at 48 megapixel with an unprecedented level of detail, enabling new creative workflows for pro users.
oh, that was really big and deep words. So we'll see what it has to offer. Is it maximum quality, and how do we squeeze out the best images the world has ever seen from this new mega monster sensor? Canon, Sony, here comes Apple! Yeah, maybe got a little too excited there, but something like that. Okay, now it's up to proof. Soon some pictures I shot with a new 48 megapixels camera, and all pictures are taken handheld if anyone is wondering. And my plan is to do an even deeper test of this camera a little further down the line. I don't think you want to miss that video, so maybe now it's the time to hit that little subscribe button and the happy little bell icon so you really don't miss the next video. But now, here are the pictures. that's all for this time. And if you like my videos, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care and I will see you soon again.